Hey everybody, my name is Nogel and I run a cold email lead and agency called Limos.com, and in this video I'll show you marketing agency owners how to actually drive results using cold emails, and just more specifically how to write emails with the copywriting part of things. So I will also pull up a marketing agency that I've kept an eye on. I came across them today, and what we will do basically is we will basically just go through them together, see what they're doing. And we'll also write an email as if we were this company, basically. So, first of all, it's very important to know how a good cold email actually looks like. And generally looking, you want to answer the question like, why you, why now? Because when you open your inbox, you see a random cold email that you're getting. You don't even know why you're getting it. So that's the first thing that we want to cover, like why we're actually reaching out to them. So we want to have like an opening line, and this can be that you came across their website, you saw their LinkedIn post, you saw that they're hiring for SDRs, you saw just something. It's basically something like, I guess you'd call it a trigger basically. And once you've had your opening line, when you want to continue on with your offer or case study, because sometimes or most of the times the case study actually just ends up becoming your offer. So for example, if you generated like 100 grand for another like finance company or whatever, that just becomes your offer. You could just contact other finance companies saying that you generated 100k for this other company and that you can do the same for them, basically. So a case study is almost like the offer, basically, I'd say. And if not, you can just have your offer explained in a way and then continue on with the case study. So for example, we help people like you do this and this, and then we recently just helped another company do this, basically. And once you've got that covered, you just want to have a call to action, a CTA, and that's basically you just give the reader like the next steps of what to do. It can be like, can I send over a lead magnet? Can I send over like how you could improve your ROI by 33%, for example. It can also be with a of interest. There are a bunch of different CTAs, but yeah, once you've got CTA in place, that's basically the email, actually. You have the opening line, you have the offer, case study, and the call to action, and then you just have your signature. Sometimes you could also even have like a PS section. A PS section is basically the part of the end of the email that is quite good, actually. It can be quite like valuable, I'd say, because the PS section is the last part of the email, meaning that that's kind of like the thing that they will remember the most, if that makes sense. Because you have like the opening line, the offer, CTA, and then you have the PS section. And the PS section, I'll try to write it down. So PS section, maybe. You don't always need to have like a PS section, but it could be like, you could have PS guarantee, PS case study. You could also have PS and like a personalization part, personalization. So what that means is you could end the email having a PS section saying like, PS, if we don't deliver 10 clients within 6 months, we get all your money back, for example. Or it could also be, PS, we just helped a similar company to you. We just helped company X get Y, for example, whatever. It can also be like, PS, I saw you were located in like Sweden. Have you tried out the new Swedish meatballs or whatever? Just like some personalization part that you can take from like, yeah, it's most often like from their LinkedIn or from their site, basically. But now that we know what a good cold email actually looks like, let's just jump straight into it and write an email for this company, tag title. I found them on Apollo, on apollo.io, and that's basically just where I build my lead lists and find prospects, basically. And it seems like these guys are doing marketing for events. Let's just see more specifically. So marketing agency focused on the event industry. So they, okay, right. So they, using paid advertising, they reduce cost per registration and build data and also improve ROI. So that's good because basically, in a cold email, you always want to make sure to talk about the pain points and also that you're like kind of solving a problem. Because if not, you're kind of just useless. But in this case, this is quite good information actually, since they're saving them money by reducing the cost per registration, building data. That's kind of whatever. But they're also improving ROI, so they're also making them more money. And yeah, they're. Wait, what exactly does it say? To help clients navigate the challenging. It sounds like they help them like get results without the clients having to do any work. Maybe that is also good because then they also avoid doing the painful thing, which can be like doing good paid ads, I suppose. They've done 100,000 plus successful campaigns. That's good for social proof. So let's have a look at the case studies. Because the case studies is usually where you can find their ICP. If they have done good results for another company, then you could just use that company with the good results as your ICP. And then you can just make the email extremely relevant by saying, like, we just helped this other similar company to you get these results. We might be able to do the same for you. Can I send out some more information, basically, for example. So very quickly, let's just go through this. So Tag Digital achieved 4.9k visitor registrations. Okay. So they got. Let's just write down some benefits to make it all very clear so we can write a good email. So I'll just do like benefits. So as we said, there we go. Helps clients maybe avoid pain if I got them correct. Avoid pain by running the paid ads. Also save money. Save money by reducing cost by reducing cost per registration, right? And then there was something more by improving ROI, and I think that was it. And then let's do like social proof or case studies. Let's use this case study. Who did they help? Informa markets, it sounds like. So helped Informa markets get 4.9k event registrations. And yeah, they have also worked with 100k plus. What was it? 100k plus. Successful campaigns. Has done 100k plus campaigns. So there's that, and then also the mechanism of how they're doing this is, yeah, just paid ads. Let's see if they had something else. Yeah, so paid, search, social, creative. Yeah, I mean, I guess just paid ads is an easy. Yeah, let's just leave it as it is. Paid ads. And what else? We have case studies, and then also, right, we want to know who we're writing the emails for. So we need a ICP, and that's quite hard because we don't really know. We haven't really met these guys. We're not entirely sure like who they want to come in contact with. But let's just say in this case that let's just go based on their case studies, which in this case we'll just stick to informal markets. So I'll just go to case studies. Informal markets, and yeah, I mean, let's just search them up and see what they're doing. Informal markets. Through events. Generate leads. Connect buyers, sellers. Virtual events, online marketplace, content. Let's just do this. Go to Apollo and see what their description is. So informal markets. Oh, they're huge, yeah. Great platform instance, make trading portfolio. P2P events and brands and markets, including. Are they doing? Yeah, they're in the industry event services. So they're basically setting up events, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, it sounds like they're doing events. So. Yeah. So Tag Digital helped Informa Market, another event service company, get more registrations for their, events, probably. So let's just go with events services, and let's go with European because they were European, I think. UK, yeah, European events services. We can't really go that deep into this because we don't really know like what headcount they would like to come in contact with. So let's just stick with this. And so basically we now know like their benefits, some case studies, the mechanism, how they're getting like these results basically. We also know how to write a cold email based on these parts. So let's just write one together. So first of all, we need a opening line, a trigger. Email one. Opening line trigger. So let's just pretend like, hey John. Let's just say that John is like a CEO of like an European event service company, basically. An opening line, a trigger could be, since we are offering more registrations to their event, we could actually use Clay.com to find companies who are having an event. And how we could do this is basically, I don't want to go too deep into Clay, but that's basically just a personalization tool. But I'll just pull it up quickly actually. So import companies, I just need a file of like what was the event services, quickly just go by Europe, and then I'll just download it. I'll just scrape it. I usually use this thing or scraper called Instant Data Scraper. It's simply just a scraper. Then we want to upload it into Clay. That's it. Looks extremely dirty right now, I know, but basically I'll just cut out the crap like this. Just remove them very quickly. And this video I'm not gonna go too deeply into clay. Oh, I removed the wrong ones. Okay, hold on. Because I'm just thinking that we're gonna write an email, and then maybe in another video I can show you guys just how to do this and scale, basically, for thousands of prospects. I just want to remove this junk, basically, that we don't really need and just takes up space. This will do it. Basically, so yeah, right. So we could use ClayGent. It's basically a scraper using OpenAI. And we can look for, I think they have a built-in like event. Yeah, down at the bottom. Company name. And like these names are completely off right now. I don't even know why I can't even preview them. I will just do this now. It's just because the scraper that I used like a minute ago, it doesn't really take their names correctly, so you just have to rename them yourselves, but that's kind of okay. Find upcoming events. We have the company name, and then we'll just give it the again, their URL. I forgot about that. So very quickly, I'll just do this, and I'll just do website. So now that we know what the company name and website is, or we know where they are located in the sheet, we can just do this. Find upcoming event, company name. Let's give it the company domain as well. And then here's a prompt. Basically, it's Clay's built in, so I'm not sure if it will look for the. I don't know if it's the best, basically. But look up the current data content. Tell me if any company name has coming up. Look on their website. Look up the current. I'll just give it the current date. June. But tell me what event finance like the website. Then I also go with GPT 3.5 just to make it like as cheap as possible, basically. So let's just give it a go. As mentioned, like this is Clay's built in, so I'm not sure this will be perfect, but I mean, might actually do it. But let's just see what the results are giving us, and then we can improve based on that. But the main point of this is that we can find their upcoming events, basically. Oops. So for example, no event, so these companies are not going to have an event. But this company called the Asian Awards in April 2024, that is wrong. Because that has already been. Very important. Just to make it even more clear, I guess. But once we have gotten like upcoming events, we can just say like, hey John, saw just around the corner. I mean, that is not. Hey John, saw. Let's see what the event names are. That is not giving us what we want. Let's just do this. Only output events that are coming up August 2024 and later. I'll just stress OpenAI even more by saying do not mess this up. My job relies on this. And you will get $10,000 if you do not mess this up. Let's see if this works. Maybe I need some pressure. But hey John saw event name is just around the corner. Or is about to come up. Maybe that is about to come up. That maybe makes more sense. So we got our opening line or a trigger. We're reaching out because their event name is about to come up. And I always like to... A smooth way to transition into the offer is basically by using a poke the bear question. And if you don't really know what that is basically a question that you're making the prospect start to like think about the pain point. For example, if you're offering like performance marketing, it could be like, how are you ensuring you're not wasting money on your ads and are actually generating as much as possible, or something like that. That like just something like that. We just want to make them think basically, and kind of like remind them about their problem, because then in our next line we will write the solution. Why do I keep on getting... Okay. I don't know what happened there, but let's see if we have gotten any results. No events are becoming. Maybe this. Perfect. So we found the event. For example, we got this company. Marriott International is having a Rock the Harbor 2024 event, and that will take place August 16 to the 18th. That's perfect. So once we've gotten this event name, we can just use this in our email. So this basically is the event name. Let me just make it look better by clearing formatting and just switch back to the... Hayden saw your... Maybe saw your Rock the Harbor 2024 event is about to come up. This way we just want to name event to sort of make it even more relevant. Back to the poke the bear question. We want to make them think. We don't really want to make them angry in a way. We just want to make them think about the pain points, kind of make them remind of that, and then just come up with a solution to the pain point. So basically, let's see if we can do something like, so hey John, saw your Rock the Harbor 2024 event is about to come up. And we also want to make the email sound very natural, because if you can't read it out loud and it doesn't really sound natural, then you need to rewrite it, because it should just flow on very natural, and it shouldn't sound weird. So hey John, saw your Rock the Harbor 2024 event is about to come up. Made me curious. Like, if you can't read it out loud, then you need to rewrite it. Made me curious. What strategies are you using to prevent... I wonder if these companies are running any ads currently. That could also be something worth exploring on Clay. But like, made me curious. What strategies are you using? What strategies are you using to prevent I wonder if they're like wasting money on paid ads currently, but that's hard to know. We don't really know much at all about this list, but basically we can have something like, maybe because what strategies are you using to prevent your event promotion from getting lost in a crowded market. So hey Don, saw you rock the Harbor 2024 event spot come up. Made me curious, what strategies are you using to prevent your event rhymes? Made me curious, what strategies are you using to prevent your event promotion from getting lost? Right, so what are you doing to make sure you're not getting lost in the crowded market? Made me curious, what strategies are you curious? And then what do we have next? Well, we have the offering case study. So we've run 100 with 100k. Run 100k plus successful paid ads campaigns for similar event services. For similar event service companies like you, such as, and then we could just name up a few case studies. Let's just name a few. If we just go back and see what they are. So here are some. Tahaluf. Informal market. Let's just wait with informal market. Clarion events. And we run 100k plus successful paid ads campaigns for similar event companies, maybe you could call them that like you, such as Clarion events, informal markets. I'll soon break down why I think this would work. We've run 100k plus successful paid ads campaigns for similar event companies like you, such as Clarion events, informal markets. Such as Clarion events, informal markets that. Actually, I'll switch place. Such as. And then, actually, I want to have a PS section with the case study. PS Informa Markets saw 4,000 extra event registrations with this, just to kind of give them FOMO, like fear of missing out, in a way. So we ran 100k plus successful paid ads campaign for someone like you, such as in a ton of events. And then so we have our offer, right? So also social proof and case study. So what is left? Basically a CTA. We've run 100k plus successful paid ads campaigns for similar event companies like you, such as. And then you can have something like. Or actually, Informa events saw for. There are two ways of doing it. I guess one way is if we could get you. No, I want to move this. Informa saw. The signature. So we've run 100k plus successful paid ads campaigns for similar event companies like you, such as Tyler, Informal Markets, Clarion events. Extra event registrations. And then, like, I know they're not mentioning like a time frame on how long it took them to get them this result, which is always good because they could have gotten them 4,900 extra users registrations in like 10 years. Probably not 10 years, but they could have done that in 10 years. And if we could say that we got them this result in like 30 days, that's much more powerful. So let's just top 4009 extra event registrations in 30. Let's just use 30 days in this example. We have nothing backing this up, but just for the sake of running a cool email, let's just have it like this in 30 days, because then it's more specific, talks more to the reader, and they can actually see, like, they would then expect like 5,000 extra event registrations in 30 days for their company. So basically paints a picture in their head, if that makes sense. So we've got the call to action. Basically a call to action, you never want to ask for a call straight away, because then they can basically smell your commission breath that far away. Yes. So you basically just want to be of value. You want to be valuable. And you become valuable by just giving them free value, basically. The best would be to give a lead magnet, meaning that you could give something for free that would normally cost. In my case, since I own a lead generation agency, I could offer a lead list, for example, for free, because it costs usually. So, but yeah, we don't have that in this case. So basically, we have this opening line, very relevant. It's a good trigger. Imagine you own a company, you're doing events, and someone reach out to you by saying, hey John, I saw your latest. I saw this event is soon coming up. You'll probably open the email, and the point with this line is just to make sure to tell the reader that we know stuff about them. We have actually done our research, we've done our homework basically, and we also want to make this line connected to this line. This line, we also want to make sure that this just leads to this in a nice way. So yeah, we just want to make them continue reading basically. Then we have the poke the bear question. What strategies are you using to prevent your event promotion from getting lost in a crowded market? That's like the pain point, I'm assuming, that they're not getting enough event registrations. And then we poke the bear here, and then we continue on with the solution with our offer, backed up by some social proof and case studies, as you can see here, with some nice numbers, paints a picture in their head. And then we have a good call to action. We're not asking for a meeting or anything like that. You can also have a call to action saying like, would this be of interest? Just simply see what the market is telling you. And the market is basically the lead list that we're going to contact, because those are the only people who know how this will result basically. But that's that. And then you basically just have your signature. So something simple. Do not have any logos or anything long. Just keep it clean with like kind regards, and then your name. You can also have like CEO. I don't know, me to have that there. CEO at lemoves.com. Just have something like that. Just make sure that this is cleaned HTML. Don't include any links. So yeah, but this is off to a good start actually. This is a good email. Again, this is not backed by anything. The only one who knows how this will perform is basically the market, nobody else. I don't know how it will perform. Not the world's best cold emailer either, just the market. And if the market tells you that, yeah, well, we're like 4K extra event registrations is too much for us, then you basically change the messaging saying that you can get them like less registrations. You just want to like change your email according to the market feedback that they were getting. So for example, they could have answered to this email with like that they're already using paid ads and it's working quite well, but then you need to change your messaging basically, because they're already running campaigns, and you need to change your messaging to get the most and best possible results, basically, to speak to their pain points and their needs as well. So there are a few different variations that you can do. There's only one. Sky's the limits, basically, when running cold email campaigns and also doing the copywriting part. But this is basically just one variant. Let me know what you think of it, and also let me know if you really hate this or not. But yeah, thanks for watching.